Hi everyone, welcome back in this vegan cooking course, in this other lesson of this vegan cooking course. Once again, my name is Davide Sciotta and I will guide you in this journey where I will explain you, I will show you that vegan diet and cook vegan is easier than we think. In this lesson, we will talk about one of the most famous, of the most loved dip and condiments in the world. Loved by children, by adults, and I don't think I have to say the name of this recipe, but I'm talking about, of course, the mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is one of the most widely used condiments in the world. With its creamy texture and rich, tangy flavor, it is a staple in many dishes, from sandwiches and salads to dip and dressings. It is traditionally made from egg yolks, oil, and acid ingredients that can be lemon juice or vinegar. I prefer apple vinegar. Mayonnaise has a unique emulsified consistency that enhances the flavor and texture of countless recipes. However, as more people embrace plant-based diets, plant-based alternative, or want to choose a plant-based alternative, or the demand for egg-free alternatives has grown significantly. In this guide, we will explore the characteristic of the traditional mayonnaise and how plant-based versions are made, and the various ways they can be used and flavored. Traditional mayonnaise is known for its thick, creamy consistency and slightly tangy yet mild taste. It is created through an emulsification process where egg yolks act as an emulsifier, binding oil and acids together to form a stable and smooth and creamy mixture. The key ingredients of the traditional mayonnaise include egg yolks that provides richness and act as an emulsifying agent. Oil, it is often used a neutral flavored oil. I recommend to use the sunflower seeds oil because I think that is one of the most neutral flavor oil. An acid that can be the lemon juice or also the vinegar, and also in this case I recommend to use apple vinegar just because I think it's more sweet and it's better to use in this kind of recipe, because I think that white wine vinegar can be really strong and maybe not many people would like it. And of course, salt and mustard to give an umami flavor. Mayonnaise is used in a variety of culinary applications, including sandwich spreads, salad dressing, for example in the coleslaw salads or in the Caesar salads as a dressing. We can use it as a dip and even as a base for other sauces. But why we have to choose a plant-based alternative? Why we have to know how to make the plant-based alternative mayonnaise? There are several reasons. The most important reason, the most famous reasons, the most diffuse reasons are, of course, dietary restrictions, because many people nowadays, many individuals avoid eggs due to allergies or dietary choices. A vegan lifestyle, even if it's not easy to accept, but eggs actually are not a vegan ingredient, and of course vegan cuisine cannot include eggs, so vegan people choose the plant-based alternatives made with other ingredients that I will explain you later. Health benefits. We all know that eggs are really rich in cholesterol, so it's not as good to eat for our health benefits. And of course, the environmental consideration. If even in this case, it's not easy to accept that the eggs industries have a big footprint when we talk about gas emission and environmental aspect. How can we make the plant-based alternative to the classic mayonnaise? We can use different ingredients, but of course the most famous one is the soy milk, sugar-free soy milk, but I will recommend you to use the aquafaba based mayonnaise, not because it's better in taste, because actually it's very similar to the soy milk based mayonnaise, but I think that it's a way to not waste foods. If we open a can of chickpea, we can make meatballs by using chickpeas and using the aquafaba for making the plant-based mayonnaise. I will give you also the recipe to make mayonnaise with soy milk. Of course, soy milk has to be with no sugar, but I will show you how to make the mayonnaise with the aquafaba. The other ingredients are the sunflower oil, the lemon juice or vinegar, mustard, salt and pepper. In these lessons I will show you also that we can have with one preparation different types of mayonnaise by adding some other ingredients. There are also the cashew based mayonnaise, but I will not recommend you to make this type of plant-based mayonnaise just because it's really expensive to make mayonnaise by using nuts, and of course there can be people who have some allergies to cashews, to nuts in general, so for me it's better to use aquafaba, but of course it's up to you. How many types of mayonnaise can we have? We can have the garlic mayonnaise that is called aioli, it's typical in the Spanish area, a basil mayonnaise, a spicy mayonnaise, lemon dill mayonnaise by adding some lemon zest, and of course the avocado mayonnaise. Both in the lemon dill mayonnaise and in the avocado mayonnaise, I recommend also to use red pepper because it gives more flavors to the result. How can be used the mayonnaise? Many people use it for as a dip or to spread in the on topping some bread, for example, to make sandwiches, burgers or wraps. But it's really good also in the salad dressing. For example, if we consider the coleslaw salad or the Caesar salad, we can use the mayonnaise to top the salads and make it more tasty. We can use also as a sauce base, for example, in a vegan tartar sauce, in a ranch dressing, and of course in an aioli mayonnaise. And we can also add the mayonnaise to some types of dough. For example, if we want to make cakes and muffin, of course, salty cakes and salty muffins, it's really good because it will give you the right consistency, the fluffy consistency to the dish. So, what are the conclusions? The growing popularity of plant-based diets has led to innovative alternatives to traditional foods, and mayonnaise, of course, is no exception. Whether made from soy milk, aquafaba, or cashew, we can choose what kind of ingredients we want. Plant-based mayonnaise provides that same creamy texture and delicious flavor as it is eggs-based counterpart. With endless variations like spicy, herbed, or garlic-infused version, vegan mayonnaise can be tailored to suit different tastes and dishes. As more people seek healthier version, more sustainable alternative, and ethical food choices, plant-based mayonnaise continues to prove that delicious alternatives are well within reach. So now, let's stop talking and let's make mayonnaise together. Making vegan mayonnaise at home is quick, simple, and incredibly rewarding. With just a few basic ingredients and a hand blender, we can achieve a rich, creamy, and delicious mayo in minutes. Plus, you can create 3 different flavors or even more with a single batch. So let's get through the step-by-step process. The first step is to know what are the ingredients for making the best mayonnaise at home. For me are the aquafaba, a pinch of salt, a pinch of black pepper, lemon juice or apple cider vinegar, little bit, a teaspoon of mustard, and then sunflower oil. We can, of course, flavoring the mayonnaise with other ingredients such as turmeric, chili paste, fresh basil leaves. We will see that later. Okay, the first step is starting by pouring the aquafaba into a tall container or a high-sided mixing glass. This liquid is key to achieving the perfect emulsification, mimicking the function of eggs in traditional mayonnaise. Next, we add the salt, the black pepper, the lemon juice or the apple cider vinegar, and the mustard. These ingredients will provide the necessary seasoning and acidity to balance the flavors. So we take an immersion blender and begin mixing the ingredients. The goal here is to incorporate air, so make sure to move the blender up and down slightly as you blend. This will help create a light and fluffy texture, as you can see. Then we start adding the sunflower oil in a thin, steady stream while continuing to blend. It is crucial to pour the oil little by little, allowing the mixture to emulsify properly. We keep the blender moving up and down to ensure that the oil and aquafaba combine smoothly. One of the best things about this vegan mayonnaise is that we can easily divide into 3 portions, and create different flavors. For the classic mayo, we leave 1 portion as it is for a traditional natural mayonnaise. To enhance the color, we can also add a pinch of turmeric and blend for a few seconds. For the second part, we can mix another portion with a small amount of chili paste or Tabasco if you prefer.
We blend again to ensure the pesto is fully incorporated, giving your mayo a vibrant kick. If we want to achieve a more fresh flavor, we can add a handful of fresh basil leaves to the last portion and blend until smooth. This variation is perfect for adding a fresh aromatic twist to your dishes. As before, we blend all the ingredients with the blender up and down, incorporating more air. So with this single preparation, you now have 3 delicious types of vegan mayonnaise, each with its own unique flavor. These variations are perfect for spreading on sandwiches, dressing salads, or dipping crispy fries during a fun evening with friends. Enjoy your homemade vegan mayonnaise and get creative with your flavors.